day 3 of our trip to Aruba. We're headed to breakfast before we get picked up for our UTV adventure.
Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the last couple of days of our trip to the Caribbean island of Aruba. We started out our third day by checking out breakfast at the St Regis restaurant called Escama. I wish there was a more local flair available, like Dutch pancakes for example, for the nearly $50 per person cost with tip included. At the time of our booking, breakfast was not included in the price of our room, which we were good with because it gave us the opportunity to have breakfast at local establishments near the resort and experience more unique dishes. I thought the food was generally good, although I'm not sure the girls here felt the same. We were super excited to go on our very outdoorsy excursion of exploring the island via utility task vehicle. We signed up for this activity with the help of our travel agent ahead of arriving to Aruba. It's always nice to get these bookings done beforehand, so it's just one less thing to worry about.
Alright, we're on the bus, ready for our tour.
I have personally never been on a UTV before, so I was both anxious and excited. And since it was Ron's birthday trip, we got him to drive it, much to my relief.
Alright, we are getting ready to do our UTV. Nice and I love the fact that it's covered.
You park, you put it in theme, then you turn it off, right?
Is it supposed to be in two-wheel drive?
The itinerary for this excursion included strolling by a couple of beaches, visiting a natural bridge, cliff jumping in a cave pool, checking out Arashi Beach, and visiting a lighthouse. On the way to these points of interest, we were on the highway and the drive was very smooth. Well, until...
Oh my gosh!
Dude, can we do this?
Oh my god! Oh!
Just follow it! Okay!
You're okay!
It'll be okay! We got it! We got it!
We came out on the other side totally fine. We gave Ron a bit of a hard time, but he did a really good job navigating through the rocky and bumpy road. At this point, we were on the western coast of the island. I forgot that Aruba is only a few miles wide, so it took no time at all to get here.
Ready? Go, go, go! Arriba! Oh,
We're heading to Arashi Beach.
Arashi Beach was one of the beaches we definitely wanted to see. It's located in the northern coast of Aruba, and the water was super clear, calm, and warm. After the beach, we headed to the California Lighthouse, a structure built over 100 years ago. We took some pictures in front of the lighthouse, and that was pretty much it. We headed back on the UTV, passing by a bunch of people kiteboarding. I was so glad we did this UTV activity, and now it was time to unwind for dinner. Every night at 6 p.m. there was this tradition at our resort where they popped open a bottle of champagne with a saber, and then everyone got a glass of champagne. I tell ya, that was a very appreciated tradition after our UTV adventure. It was a nice cold bubbly refreshment on a warm and humid evening. we were excited to come to this French Caribbean restaurant that received a ton of great reviews online. The restaurant was inspired by a movie of the same name in the mid-1970s. The restaurant had a rustic and dark feel to it, and the food was rich and heavy. We ordered some escargot and ceviche, but I couldn't quite get myself to enjoy the escargot. I know, I need to lighten up. And I had the beef bourguignon. All were amazingly delicious. And of course, since this was Ron's birthday dinner,
I guess I can't blow that out, right?
You gives
Our last full day in Aruba started with a light breakfast at the resort's cafe. We had a history and food tour later in the afternoon in Oranjestad, but before that we walked around a bit and planned a quick brunch at one of the local spots.
Okay, we're heading towards the windmill area. It's kind of windy. That's the windmill. We were trying to go to Diana's Pancakes, or King Ferdinand and Diana's Pancakes, but it looks like it's closed today.
Sorry about the wind there. The entire time we were in Aruba, it was super windy. I was told it was because of the season when we went, but the winds were unexpectedly stronger and more prolonged than usual. Despite that, we made the most of our stay and just made sure we kept our belongings secure.
Heading to Dushi for breakfast, brunch.
Dushi Burgers and Bagels did serve some good food for us. Very straightforward and nothing too fancy. I had the banella, which was banana pancakes with Nutella. And then not too long after, we hit up a Starbucks nearby to cool down with some iced coffee.
We are headed to our fusion tour food. We're now in the pickup van. And I guess we're headed to pick up a couple more folks, and then we're gonna go ahead and go, I don't know where we're going. Where the Filipinos are, based on that.
The first stop in our food tour was Excelencia Restaurant, a spot just several steps away from the cruise port. This place received great reviews online as well, so we were excited to dine there.
Wonderful evening together, guys. Good. Aruba!
After a refreshing cocktail, we all had a bowl of the fish soup, meaty with a tangy tomato-based sauce. We walked around a bit after Excelencia, thank goodness, to help burn off some of the deliciousness we just had, and onto our second stop, Cuba's Cookin', another pretty highly rated restaurant in Oranjestad. This place featured Cuban dishes chased down by a nice cocktail, like a refreshing glass of cold mojito. We also enjoyed the live music playing in the background. Tonight we were served, if I remember correctly, a pulled pork dish paired with a fresh ceviche. The combination of the savory and salty pork and the lemony fish with tomatoes and cilantro was delightful. It was nice to see Oranjestad at night. Not a whole lot of people walking around as you might expect from a downtown area, so it kind of felt like we had the place to ourselves. Our third stop was a bar and grill near the water called the West Deck. Again, like the previous three places we've been, great reviews about this Caribbean restaurant serving a variety of local dishes of meat and seafood.
So one of them is a jerk chicken and the other is saltfish. I think there's a little bit of a spice, a kick to them. I think that might be the jerk chicken. Sure. Yeah. Delicious.
And to wrap up the evening, we arrived at our fourth and final stop, Italy in the world. By this time, as you can see, the night has set in, and I think it was about 9 p.m. here. I was super happy to have this place as our final stop to enjoy a glass of Prosecco and a lemon meringue pie. That pie, though, I don't think was very Italian. But anyway, we love Italy and thoroughly enjoyed our trip to various cities there back in 2023. And while I would have loved to have a little taste of Italy in the Caribbean, I was very full. So the pie and the glass of Prosecco were a nice way to end our food tour. And that is it for our Aruba Vacation 2025. Thank you so much for watching and letting me share our most memorable moments with you. If you are looking to travel to Aruba for the first time or you are looking to go back, I hope that this video helped you a little bit through our own experiences there. Everything from the St Regis resort to the local restaurants we dined in, the UTV excursion where we traversed the desert terrain of the island, to the food tour of downtown Oranjestad, we all had an amazing time. Most importantly, I hope that our birthday celebrant Ron had a good time, which he told us he did, as Aruba helped usher him into a new and no doubt wonderful new decade of his life. Stay tuned for more travel videos coming up, and with that, have a great night.